Hi, how are you today? Today we're going to look at wiring a three-way switch and a four-way switch. And we'll look at some diagrams and I'll show you how it is wired. But first of all, we'll just take a look at a three-way switch here. And this one is a four-way switch. It has two screws on this side and two screws on this side plus the ground screw. And the three-way switch has two screws on one side. One is dark because it's common, and one screw on the other side plus the green screw. So this one is the four-way switch, and see my lines here? The dotted line is one position and the solid line is the other position. So let's say down is the solid lines, up would be the dotted lines. And you don't want to confuse this with the four-way switch, and I'll show you what is different there with the double pole switch. You don't want to confuse this with a double pole switch. A double pole switch, when you turn it on and off, doesn't cross the travelers. So if you put that where a four-way switch goes, it won't work right. And with a double pole switch, you'll see it says on and off. And this is a four-way, and it has no writing either on or off. That is a way to tell them apart. So here is the three-way switch. The solid line is when it's down, and the dotted line is when it's up, or vice versa. You can see one is common to the other two terminals. So on the left-hand side is 14.2, which is the power, and on the right-hand side is 14.3, which is the three-way switch loop wire. Okay, so this is box number 1, and it's going to be the three-way. So we will take our two neutrals, the white from the power and the white in the 14.3. They will be wire nutted together. This is only for a tutorial, so I'm not going to be twisting them together like as if I was putting them in. And we put those in the back of the box out of the way. The grounds all go together. Okay, so we get our wires separated here. We're going to get the black one from the power. It's going to go to the common here. Always put it on the screw the way that the screw turns. I'm not going to close my loop as much as if it was for real. And the two travelers, doesn't make a difference which screw you put them on. Okay, I'll let you take a close look at that there. Okay, so this is box number 2, and it is the 4-way switch. And if you're doing more switches, it can be box 3, 4, and 5. Alrighty, so here we take our put our white wires together because they're going straight through to the light. We'll get our ground wires together here. Okay, so we'll put these two travelers on the bottom. Okay, I'm not going to close the loops like I would if tightly like I would if it was a real hookup. I'm just going to put them on tight enough so you could see how they go and where they go. Now the other two travelers from the other cable is going to go on the top two screws. So you can end up putting the two blacks on one side and the two reds on the other side. And again, you always put the wire around the screw the direction that the screw turns. Okay, now we're in our last box. Box number 3. And that is a 3-way switch. So we will take our white wires, and these go all the way back to the breaker box, to the neutral bar. And it's the neutral, the last one going to the light. It's the last switch box. Okay, then we'll take our ground wires again here. By the way, 3 number 14s is the maximum I put into a yellow wire nut. If there's more, I have to go up to a red one. Okay, now we can hook our switch up. Okay, so the black one from the 14.2, which is going to the light, goes to the common. Power goes in the common at one end and goes out the common at the other end. And the red and black are the 2 travelers. And it doesn't make a difference which screws you put them on. And since this is just a tutorial, I'm not going to close the loops like I would as if it was a real job. But it's showing you exactly where the wires go. And I'll let you take a close look at this. Remember, when I'm doing a real situation, I close my loops more around the screws. But this is just to show you how it's done and how it's wired. Alrighty, so thanks for watching, and if you do work on electrical wiring, make sure you always turn the power off so you don't get a shock for safety. Thanks for watching.